for joining us here for the bracket stages as they get kicked off here for the round of 16 in the TFTV, XTV, and Corsair Gaming, the GXL Invitational. I'm stumbling for words. There's so many great sponsors, but we're getting started. My name is Getawale. I'm joined here by Commander X. And welcome. You're making your little GXL casting debut, sir.
Yeah. The first game I've been on stage for, so looking forward to it. I don't know too much about the teams, but I'm told they're low IM, both of them.
Yeah, there's a variety of skill, and I know some of the players, we can talk a little bit about them as they're playing. The first match that we're bringing you right now is 2014, a Kace Odyssey and Keywork eSports. And we have a shot there of some of the guys. I see there Tino and some other players there. I was saying to Commander X, because he's joining us from the UK and doesn't necessarily know the players, but a lot of these players, some of them play Highlander. For example, their names like Spamfest and K Blair. If you follow UGC, you may know. There are some very skilled Sixes players as well, people like Sankostan, Free State, Newspeak. So we'll talk a bit about it, but these are exciting. I like these bracket stages because sometimes we see some unconventional strategies and things like that. So I'm excited to see what these teams have cooked up for us. We're about to go live in about 20 seconds. I don't know if we have predictions. Do we want to just each pick a team just for funsies?
I sure hope. I want the Odyssey team to win.
Yeah?
Kace's team. I like the name.
All right.
That's purely based on that. That's all I've got right now to go on.
So I guess I'm pulling for Keywork. So let's watch Keywork off of this first mid. I'm looking at Signcoast a name based off mathematics, as we all know. And we're playing on Gully Wash, as you can see here. And so following out this first rollout, let's see how they play it. And some of these players not necessarily playing their mains, getting up above, real aggressive right off the bat for 2014, the Odyssey team, but they get very quickly flushed out of this mid, and geez, that went down very quickly. That was unbelievably fast, that mid.
Yeah, the Kace team, they came out with some like strong aggression. Like one soldier came in, then another soldier came in, but they were kind of like one after the other, so it just came a really easy job of focusing them down. They both got picked off, and everyone else just got picked apart after that. And
we've got a real
really
aggressive, Blue being really aggressive now. They don't have Uber, though, because their medic did go down. And so, but there's still, I mean, we've got Free State going down through, coming in. They're pushing, and we're looking now at HAL, we'll call them the HAL teams, that's their tag. But they're just sort of trying to hold the fort here a little bit. Nothing crazy in the way of off classes or anything like that. They're just sort of trying to catch their breath here, maybe just caught off guard by how fast they're on the defense here now. Spamfest just kind of scouting around, and no crazy plays as of yet, but I think there is a very good chance that during this bracket stage, we'll see the spy plays, we'll see some things like that.
Yeah, they did a really nice push out there, the Kace Odyssey team. Sort of didn't pop Uber, kept hold of it, and now we're going to take the Uber into mid instead. Really putting the pressure on Keystone here, forcing them back. They do have to pop off the Uber, and it doesn't look like they're going to get a whole lot of frags here. Good job by Keywork falling out. They're going to come back in with the Uber now, a bit of a leapfrog action. Their medic is caught out on the floor here. They're trying to pressure the medic, but he's going to be able to get away just about.
Nice surf.
Yeah, he's just going to be able to get away. They're going to drop a lot of people here. They're down to 3 players, and they're completely separated, completely like separate positions. No heals going out, and they should lose CP2 here as well. It
was pretty nicely played, actually, by Blue. I mean, they knew that their Uber wasn't perfect, and they'd have to drop down, and so they just kind of turned up the heat and just WM1'd basically and flushed out a lot of those red players. It was actually a pretty nice Uber and a nice follow-up by Blue.
Yeah, they should have been punished a little bit harder, really. Like, it was a little bit of a sloppy fallout, but you take what you get, and we were able to ride it on. And now we're going to have equal Ubers on last. And if there's one thing I've noticed about watching American teams play Gully Wash is everyone sucks at pushing. So I'm not expecting
there you go,
a whole lot of
the call-outs already. North Americans suck at pushing.
Only Gully Wash last. They can't do it. Like, this is why we tried to pick Gully Wash every map, because we wanted to win, yeah.
Wow, so I mean...
saying that, we lost 4-2, but that's...
We lost 4-2. We got Hal. Oh, Helmix on a big headshot. Meanwhile, or X3, sorry. That's X3 from Canada on the HAL team. And now the Ubers are popped off, and that was a big headshot on Sankostan playing Soldier, who I believe is normally a scout main. I could be wrong on that. Kace trying to do some work here as well. We've got just kind of a scattered here. The fight is broken down a little bit. Down goes Kace, and it gets kind of scrappy. I'll talk a bit about it in a little bit. I kind of like these teams, these pug teams that are put together like this, because You get some chaotic fights like this. We've got the bat out on, or sorry, the 3-room blade.
How did that work? Wow. I was just about to say, Free State doing a lot of work, staying alive, getting in, like causing some problems. I mean, he just seemed to be like not quite finishing any of these kills, and then he just like throws like caution to the wind and runs in with his sword out, gets for 2K.
Free State, a well-known Sixes player, looking at Vex on this middle, trying to come out and maybe change the outcome, maybe take control of this mid. But the last move was so fast, I don't even know what happened. We've got Jay coming up above. Jay hitting a nice 1 air shots. I'll call it 1.5 air shots. Meanwhile, though, I mean, we've got 4 versus 3 for blue. Sakistan still in there grinding away.
Yeah, great job by Downpour right now in that middle. He goes down eventually, but he really helped finish off a lot of the damage his heavies had done when they tried to go at the enemy side. But now Spamfest going to try and lead the way for them to come back in, but a bomb comes in, a lot of pressure on that scout, but he's going to juke around rockets, and now the soldier's in a lot of trouble, isolated. Going to have to keep running away. He's just trying to buy time, but he will go down.
Zeno finally gets him. Couldn't hit the pills, but they have that secondary weapon, those demo men.
The fail-safe.
Yeah, right.
Easy
so insurance policy works out, and we're going to get red capping this point down as Downpour coming and try to challenge the point, though, and we're seeing a lot of aggressiveness. I think that's another thing we'll see all day is just sometimes the team that's the most aggressive will just win these when you have these teams that are sort of put together for LAN, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I like that from Keywork, nice pressure, but they need to be careful here because they are at a disadvantage, but not being too aggressive here, the Kace team, just giving time for Downpour is going to get out, everyone's going to get out, and they can just sort of bide their time building a super up to hold last with, and I think they might even try and put on a forward hold. Yeah, or maybe they're just backing it off now, just put some forward stickies. And now we're going to have another Uber v Uber situation on last, and if my prediction holds true, no one's going to cap anything.
Well, we saw it last time, maybe we'll have another huge 3-rune blade play, it's hard to say, but it's... because that's a thing, apparently. We saw, nice air shot there. Sankistan making it work, taking out the demo, and that'll maybe halt. I mean, I don't think they're certainly going to push in without a demo, although we've got a lot of action going on, and the force happened in lobby. Meanwhile, though, on last, we've got the cap going down, and Spamfest was in behind.
That was really sloppy. Like, it was a really nice Uber play out. They caught the soldier and the scout out of position, and they kind of isolated them. It looked like the rest of the push was going to be easy from there with those picks, and then they just let one scout get in. There were even players back there, but they don't challenge them in time for the point, and it's all over. And now we're going to the next middle here. Kace's team trying to come through big door. They have a lot of pressure coming from the Keywork demo, though. They're going to have to go at both soldiers jump defensively their own side. Both teams just facing off now. That soldier's going to try and go forward first, but he gets wiped out. So does the other soldier. Kace and Jay really getting not a lot of luck on these mids. But there is a scout behind now. Great work from Tino really to set it up, and the scout saved the team there. Yeah, really pulled it back after the soldiers sort of pour bombs.
Gotta hand it to Spamfest, who's doing crazy work and just takes out their, took out Free State or got the assist on. Anyway, Spamfest, as far as I know, well, I mean, I know he plays other classes, but probably best known for playing Engineer, but he is killing it, top of his scoreboard on Scout, so good for him. Getting the second cap now and full Uber against 2 down and a 10% Uber. Maybe the North Americans will figure this one out. It seems like simple math, doesn't it?
Surely, but they have got an Engineer going up. The sentry just around the corner, sort of a standard place just around the corner of Riverside. Their medic's taking a bit of damage now. It's going to slow them down. They're actually going to pop
forced
quite early. Yeah, the bombs come in here. They're all launching around. It's only a level 1 sentry. It shouldn't do too much, but it distracts the scout for a second. They're going to stack the point now. And terrible reaction there. Yeah, they go way too late, and the scout's still doing work on the point. There's not a lot of spam going in. They're now isolated around the point, and I think they will hold this. But I felt like they really got away with that.
That was ugly. They got lucky getting a full wipe there, but it's like they didn't realize that the last was getting capped. I don't know what happened there, or maybe a breakdown in communications, but at any rate, the wipe is going to allow the cap back of second, and yeah, that's where we are. So kind of a close call there. That was almost a round again, and that would have been a heartbreaker.
Luckily for them, though, American teams can't push Gully Wash last.
They can't push Gully Wash last. There you have it.
It's a nice little comfortable fallback to have when defending Gully Wash last against Americans. Nah, it doesn't matter what you do, it'll work.
We're going to have to hide your face when you leave the venue because you're going to be in a lot of danger, I think.
That's all right. Only death threats for one of our team members, you know.
We jumped in the parking lot, I think. We have a sniper up on red, as a matter of fact. I'm looking at X3, the aforementioned Canadian. I got to give a shout out to my countrymen, you know. We'll see if he can put something together. Whiffing, not getting a shot just yet. Still got our camera though on X3 and seeing if he can do this. This is a hell of a sniper map, CX. I mean, we all know that.
He needs a bit more support though. Like when he tried to peek at Choke, there was no one with him. And again, he's the furthest person forward here. His team need kind of like make the way for him there.
Yeah.
He's having to play really defensively, and it's really easy to contain a sniper when they don't have a lot of ground to work with.
Yeah, absolutely. And once you get that one down, I mean, sometimes if you can get another pick, I mean, that's all you really need for a push.
Yeah. Like, he's not even being that aggressive. He's just sort of scoped up of a wall. Kace could do with playing a little bit further forward, making the space for him. Just going to try and go for that defensive pick, peek around the corner. He's not going to see anyone, though. Tries to hit the scout, but they're just pressuring him back. And again, there's no space. Like, it's really difficult to get a sniper pick when you're this far back, this far away from the action. And actually, a soldier's come out, drop down right now. He's flanking behind the medic, going to land on him. Wow, the drop. Down he goes, and just as we were saying that.
Syncos 10, and that's a humongous play. I was watching the sniper that whole time, and I think I don't know if we got it on camera or not. We had just a lot of spam going down at choke, just normal gully wash stuff, but an amazing drop and just sort of, I guess, a lapse in concentration by the team there, by Team Hal.
Yeah, X3 is going to get like a nice sort of close range headshot there, but it's not going to stop Keywork coming through. They're going to focus down that scout now, and that scout's pretty isolated if they back up their soldier here. Spamfest will go down. Tino's trying to fight as well, but they don't have a lot of health to work with.
No.
Free State's running in. Tino's going to die as well. Really sloppy play here as they're sort of getting people picked off and just forced back. And that should be CP2 going down for Keywork pretty easily there.
Syncos down now, trying to get in, see if he can pick out a cheap pick or something like that. Just, I don't know. I think he smells blood after he got
through sneaky. Soldier has seen him though, shut him down. He's now absolutely trapped there. I don't know if anyone's going to come back him up. No, they're just going to let him go down. Ubers are pretty much equal, not a lot in it. So we're going to see more or less another Uber v Uber situation here. Interesting to see if Free State comes back on and off.
Tino likes playing river, which is interesting. You don't always see from demos. He seems very aggressive on that river. He's not staying with anyone. But that river very much locked down. And now we've got Team Key looking to come down through. And here's the push, taking the demo in right away. The soldier's going to jump as well. Going to come right in, and nice pop off by Red there, but real fast cap. And again, just sort of a lapse in attention span maybe from Team Hal. Seems like they're getting distracted easily.
It's like they ran away from the Uber before the Uber had really even done anything.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't do any damage. He just stood on the point, stickied himself in, and was like waiting for someone to come challenge him. And Kace and Coda just feel up for it.
Unbelievable. And so looking at this mid here now, Kace is jumping in, trying to make something happen. And certainly Kace's team has to make something happen here. Downpour is coming in on the medic right now, and Jay, and another big meat shot. I don't know. Soldier's in trouble. Down goes Jay. Downpour down as well. We got a 4v3 situation. A soldier taken out down below, and
X3's behind. X3's coming right behind the medic
Nick
now.
is in on the medic and takes out Cabler and Tino. We've got lots going down in big door, lots of picks all over the place, and both medics down. It's just kind of a DM fight here now, and who can position themselves. Red's going to get on the point, though.
Nick's stuck behind. I think he might fancy challenging this. He's going to take on the scout. Both scouts come to focus him down, though. Kace is going to arrive and clean up a frag as well. Not a lot he could really do in a position behind there, but I wouldn't be surprised to see Kace's team roll straight through just with sort of numbers and buff advantage. And you can see him wanting to peek the choke already. The scouts are thinking about it. Here comes the rest of the team. And still no soldier up, Nick's still down, and they're going to try and hold close now, Keywork are. But I'm not sure if it's too little too late. As the soldiers are already through, they're going to challenge that soldier. Synco's going to have to do a lot of work to hold this in place, and I think that he just about puts them off the push, and we're going to go back to sort of a traditional 2v3 stalemate on Gully Wash.
Real strong presence on the flank by, as they lose a scout though, but Key, the real strong presence on the flank. They had 3 or 4 people in here at Big Door, and really seems like, I don't know if they're thinking of pushing out of there or what's going on, but they're finally now having to kind of back up. As in comes the push through Big Door from Red. They're going to try to see what they can do here. Jump up above, and we've got a fight going on at bats now, as we're going to get on the point here. And nice big shot there on Free State by by Jay.
Keywork nearly have Uber. They should be challenging a lot more. They've given a lot of ground away for free, and now they're going to try and block in, but it's a really late block, and it's going to be really difficult to do it from here. They've not popped Uber. It's equal Ubers, as we have an awfully long announcement in the venue. I don't know what that was about. But yeah, they just sort of concede CP2 without trading Ubers. Really overly passive play from Keywork there, just gifting CP2 to them. And now they find themselves on their last.
Yeah, absolutely. And although Vex down to 5 HP, I don't know what's going on here. Just going back in, going to resupply. I don't know about this defense. I think this is the first time we've had Key back to their own last. This is the first time. The Uber gets popped off here on bats, and they've got a lot of work to do here. Nick's going to see what he can do in on the med. Nick get a couple of rockets, shot, he's out, and finally milking. Finally a pop by K. Blair. Really nice job there.
And this push was just sort of messed up by one scout behind. I can't remember exactly what scout. I think it was X3. and he just pulled like half the team back, which is why that pop took so long, because it's just one player trying to pressure him, reliant on one person to hit their shots there instead of like coordinated spam. And that just got them caught in fighting 2 different fights, and they just about won both, but not quickly enough to take control of CP2. And now they're back on last.
CX, let's listen to comms. I want to listen to Kace's team as we look at this upcoming push. Sound good?
Go on then.
One moment, I have to scroll down here a little bit. Just a second, we're going to just, okay, here we go. We're going to listen in on the team comms.
You want me to spawn sniper or something?
Yeah.
I'm at 70.
You should go sniper, spam. It's too late.
Alright. 1 second.
We have 90.
Coming in the lobby.
Demo close, watch out.
They have a sniper.
Slow going. Bad timing.
I don't think they like each other. They weren't really saying a lot to each other.
It's pretty quiet, yeah. I mean,
That's
I don't know
right.
how much these guys have played with one another, but, you know, we have Spamfest is up on Sniper. Maybe he's taken over sort of off-classer duty. We have snipers on both sides, as a matter of fact.
I guess we're just slowing it down, waiting for the pick. Trying to find an angle for Spamfest. So they're going to rotate around to Riverside right now. But there's a scout already narrowing down man 2 pressure him. It's going to be difficult to get the shot.
Spamfest coming around that corner, though. Oh, he gets taken out. It was nice. It was a body shot by Downpour, actually, his counterpart. Kace going down there by shot from Nick. Yeah, and it was a... I didn't see what forced off the Uber. I don't know if we had it on camera, but not where you want to have it popped off. And oof. I don't know. I mean, this is kind of ugly for Key here right now. They kind of walk out for nothing. It's kind of a massive waste of an Uber.
It's weird, though. The counterpop didn't really get a lot. They only get 1 frag out of it. In fact, drop X3 and Jane. That's both players down. And now the demo man, Tino's getting a lot of pressure. He needs to hit a nice pipe here to really save himself. He will go down, bought just enough time for his medic. And now they're thinking about challenging it again, but it'll be unwise. And we're just going to have to regroup on mid. Really missed opportunity with that counterpop in such a good position.
Yeah.
All the Keywork players caught quite far forward, and just no frags were finished, and the push attempt sort of fell apart. And now we're going to have to give up middle as well, all at the same door. No real presence there, and that's just a 2-point swing in no time at all.
Yeah, I'm impressed by the play of the scouts on Team Key, Downpour and Free State. I think they're doing a great job creating space, and especially pushing out after that failed Uber. They just kind of cleared out the entire area around second, and I mean, you see how far they've pushed now. Really good scout play. I'd sort of give them the edge so far over X3 and Spamfest.
Yeah, it's been close. It's been really sort of back and forth so far.
Yeah.
And there's a pick now on Nick, and I think that's going to force him to try and go through. They've just about got the Uber, going to get on the medic right now. He's going to counterpop, but their demo's really separated. But in fact, it's going to be Jay who's going to be caught out. His medic just sort of hangs him out to dry, runs out of there to save his own life. And now the demo is going to pump through here, trying to pump damage out, but he's got no support again.
X3 in on the med and gets the
wow.
medic there, and hanging in there. X3 was down to about 10 HP, grabbed a small pack, but he's still doing work here. He's in on the demo, gets taken out. Downpour is still working now. A lot of low HP players who are just trying to do what they can, and an okay outcome there on that fight. I mean, the one medic's down, so we've got a big advantage now, 45% or so for Team Red.
They're going to pressure the medic now. K-Blair has to be careful. The soldier's thinking about coming around for a bomb. Tino's doing a good job of spamming down that choke, just sort of protecting his medic. Again, passive play from Keywork. They maybe could have gone for a 1 there. And actually, a scout's already behind. Downpour trying to get on the demo man here. Gets him down to half. They can't get him any further, but it has allowed the rest of his team to come in. They're going to start pressuring forward now, but they've not got a lot of control of the high ground. The scout's got behind. Nick eventually takes him down. The demo wins the demo on demo fight, takes him down, but I'm not sure if they're not going to try and block with Uber here. Here comes the soldier flying in, getting a lot of damage on that medic, but he's dropped. He's going to need to catch his other soldier now. Bit of a messy Uber exchange right now, but it could still work out for them. They can finish off this demo man eventually, maybe.
Vex is still alive. Gets caught by his medic and stays in there. Unbelievable. I thought Vex was dead to rights, the blue demo.
Yeah,
That's pretty unbelievable. He juked about 4 shotgun shots and stayed in there somehow.
Same again, though. We saw that early, and just not finishing the frags with Uber. Like, it looks like such a good position, and then just, like, I guess they screwed that up, really, when they dropped the initial player, and then it's one soldier trying to do all the work himself.
Yep, couldn't pull it off. Got to hit that MGE a little harder, maybe. We have a heavy up on defense here now at last, or there was, and maybe he's... No, we've got X3 up on... Yeah, he's there. So we got the fat man in the house, and... you know, we're looking at a score of 2-1 right now. Certainly, if Key can pull off this last push, which you say no North American team can do, they'll be kind of in the driver's seat, up 3-1.
The only pushes that have worked is when the defending team forgot
Sneaks in underneath.
they were supposed to stand on the point.
Yeah.
They've forgotten that key feature of TF2.
X3 coming right out into upper lobby, which is interesting for a heavy.
Yeah, it's playing quite far forward here, but there's not a lot of pressure from any of the Keywork guys. Again, they're just content to hold quite passively. I'm not sure what the plan is here. If they're just going to send Cinco in for like a solo bomb, they just seem to be rotating position right now. Both teams have equal Ubers, but there's not a lot of spam going on, not a lot of anything. I'm not quite sure what they're trying to do right now. It looks like they're going to swap over to Riverside and maybe just take the Uber in here. Here we go.
There it goes. So taking in the demo first, then Soldier. Synco's down, the Soldier's going to go underneath because these underneath plays have been working pretty well and going to sneak up, trying to take out their sticks all over point, but he's just standing there, and Synco's down. If he can hit a rocket here, that's going to be it. And I mean, again, the outcome on that push, it was only because Synco's down went underneath and just walked up. I mean, the other stuff happened too, of course, but he kind of clinched it.
Like Vex goes down straight away, trying to play for the point, and Cinco's just allowed. I don't think he even had Pain Train, just one times cap. They just let him get loads of it for free, and they just, as soon as you let the team have that much cap, it's straight on the back foot. And now Cinco's playing really aggressive, keeping that demo back in his own choke. Nice damage onto X3 as well. A good couple of frags. And they're trying to work up the enemy side. The Scout's doing a whole lot of work here.
Wow, really nice.
Scout's going to go through onto the medic as well. K-Blair is going to get flanked as well. He surely should just skill bind right now. And great work from the Keywork Scouts, Free State and Downpour. Just so much pressure following up on their sort of early positioning.
If you got your brooms, and yeah, certainly kind of strong arming this match now is the Keywork team. Just, I don't know, I mean, what does Hell have to do here? They seem a little just kind of more scattered and sort of, they don't seem to have the unity, or we've got calls out from the crowd here that they don't have a demo.
It's just like when they work themselves positioned like a place to Uber, like get a good Uber or get a good fight or a good advantageous position, and then they just blow it in terms of just not finishing the frags, and they either take too long to get the frag or they don't get the frag at all, and it just allows Keywork to just sort of play around with them. Like we've seen Vex do it, we've seen Cinco do it, and the Scouts as well, and you just keep if you keep missing these opportunities when you have an advantage, eventually you're going to be punished. And now Free State just walks in through last.
He's just going to take the sticks out and just stand there. The party. I mean, he gets in. He did a lot of work there. I want to give shout-outs to Tino, who's giving it his go. He's not a main demo. I know he's more used to.
There's
look
another
at this. We got
Nix
Nix
on there as
well. Would have had it, but gets cleaned up just in time. That fast gapping last. We got fans in the crowd, I think, of both teams maybe. Or maybe mostly of...
Maybe. I don't know, it's hard to tell.
We got a lot of crowd support. But at any rate, recovering here now, sort of stabilizing with a full Uber is Team Hal, and they've got work to do. Their work's cut out for them right now. 9 minutes they're looking at on the timer.
Yeah, they really need to make this. This is where they need to make the difference. They need to make these Uber advantages count. Like right here, they can probably try and get in without using a tool.
And they can't wait forever. I feel like they're just waiting too long.
Well, here we go. They got a nice pick on Vex. That's going to make the transition onto this point a whole of a lot easier. They're pressuring X3. X3 might get caught out, but should be able to meet up with his medic. And now they have a clear Uber advantage and a chance to push last. This is really where they have to sort of
keep going, and they can't stop.
Keywork.
It's going to be driver's seat. They got to just keep going, gas pedal down.
Yeah, they're going to Uber around this corner right now, leading with a Scout. Here comes the Uber onto Spamfest. He's going to try and focus. He's just going to go for the point, actually. They're going to double Soldier jump him, take him out straight away, but Tino's got stickies on the point. He's going to get juggled forward.
Here comes Kace.
He's on the point
there
as well. They're cleaning up all of these frags, though, and again,
no follow-up.
They went for point too early. Like they had like a good 5-6 seconds of Uber.
Poor follow-up. I mean, just not a well-played Uber at all, I don't think.
It's like when you've got that much Uber, you just want to get a couple of frags before you play point, like make it a little bit easier for you.
They kind of just beelined to last.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they just got ahead of themselves or I'm not sure. But either way, it didn't work out for them, and they're going to give up CP2 here, but it looks like they want to challenge it straight away as soon as that cap goes down. Trying to spam through choke. They're not committing very hard now.
They've got to know Blue has Uber. I mean, they're not totally out to lunch here. They know there's an Uber coming, and they've got to get out of here right now or it's going to be ugly.
Downpour's all over the medic right now.
Downpour is going crazy.
But they clean him. They force him back, though. He's still on the medic. There's a lot of pressure on him. He'll eventually go down, but he's forced the whole team back into this one area in Big Door. They just need a lot of spam on Big Door right now. They just need to keep spamming it, and they won't be able to come back through. And there's Nick getting a frag, and another one.
Nick, lucky
Nick
there.
should be able to clean this up. He's going for the medic. Got the shotgun out. Meat shots K-Blair with the last one. And there is a scout behind, though. Surely Nick can't shotgun this guy as well. Oof.
No, just barely.
HP.
Almost got it.
Solid effort, though. Meanwhile, there's a
we got a pain train kill.
Scout trying to get in on the medic, and
Nail
Vex is
in the
just
head.
taking care of it. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nailed
We're
that
looking
one.
at 7 minutes on the clock here, and I don't know, getting their stuff together here a little bit is Team Hal, but it really seems to me that Team Keywork kind of has the edge in pretty much every
They
way.
can't string together enough plays. Like, they have a couple of nice plays, and then when they mess it up for like 2 points worth of punishment. They don't just like lose a couple of players and have to back off or slow down the push.
Well, I mean, I can't really. It's been a while since they've had a big successful push.
Ooh.
As X3 gets a nice shot there on Vex, and running back, he likes to celebrate with the SMG.
Yeah.
But
they're pushing into an Uber now, though. It's going to be really dangerous. Here comes the pop, and they're so far forward. That Soldier's going to go down. Free State's going to chase down the Soldier and the medic. He's going all the way to last now. Tino's out of position, getting pressure from the Scout. Spamfest is going to try and stabilize it a bit here. And actually quite defensive. Downpour's going to come in late, but they're coming in one at a time now. And meanwhile, I think Vex, the others are just spawning. They didn't have a lot of people there, maybe. Or they just didn't commit to the fight. Bit of a weird one there.
It is a little weird, but I still feel like in terms of Ubers, in terms of confidence, like Keywork just seem a lot more confident and adaptable with their Ubers. I mean, they'll take in a scout, or they'll take in a demo first and jump the soldier, or it just seems like they know what they're doing. It's like muscle memory, it seems like. I just haven't seen that out of Team Hal yet.
You can just see
it might be there, I just haven't seen it.
You've seen it there as like Spamfest and X3 just went down trying to make a play, and it's getting to that stage with only 5 and a bit minutes left. They have to make a play, so it sort of leaves them quite open. But they've just done the reverse right now and picked both scouts. So now they should really be putting the pressure on, because they need 2 rounds in these 5.5 minutes. They're coming out main. Neither team's going to have Uber at 75, 80% for both teams right now. They're putting the pressure on, forcing them back. They're going to challenge these soldiers from Keywork and force them back. Keywork are all in the same place, and no one really seems to want to commit or bomb in.
Ooh,
nice
nice
from
shot
Nick.
by Nick
And
there.
there's a flanking
Misses
scout
the
as well.
second one.
And this push is just all unraveled when that scout came in from behind. And it's just going to be 2 players left, Kace and Spamfest, to try and delay an entire Uber for their team. They're going to try to, but Uber's going to come in. They managed to actually get a frag before they go down. Spawns are going to come in, but it's going to be too little too late. The point's going to go down. That's 4-1 with 5 minutes left.
As we have calls from the crowd once again. Yeah, so looking for a 1, and it's certainly doable, but I mean, I don't feel like Hal has the answer to this so far. We'll see how this mid plays out. On this middle, I mean, what's the strat? There's no crit screen. I mean, they're just going regular Uber. I feel like they're gonna overextend, but we'll see how it plays out here. Already Kace and X3 down, and Cape Blair just kind of running right in right side here. They've got 3 players down. It's a 4v3 situation. Cape Blair has the Uber saw out. Gonna try to get a crossbow here as well, but just goes down, and that's a full wipe.
Story of the whole match for them, really. Like, they tried to play the aggressive right-hand side. They got really good position really quickly.
They did,
then just did not kill anything.
Yeah, I feel like, you know, in these bracket stages, teams that can punish that over-aggressiveness are going to do really, really well. You know what I mean? If you can shut down the team that gets like that and just sort of bleeds and gets super hyper-extensive.
Yeah, Kace going for a bit of a Hail Mary there.
Yeah,
and,
well.
getting I think, air shot.
I feel like at 4-1 now, it may have been a towel throwing in moment, but at any rate, I mean, all this whole match, Team Keywork, I mean, they've been punishing the mistakes just over and over and playing strong themselves when they have to push themselves.
Yeah, and now Tino's going to get picked off. He managed to strange with Cinco, but Uber's going to come in now. Nick leading it in, just going to focus down the player. Here we see Keywork go in for frags before they try and get on the point.
Yep.
They're going to get 2 frags and get all 4 frags, in fact, before they get on the point. That's going to make it 5-1.
It's 5-1.
Yeah, there's 3 minutes 20 left, but it looks like Keywork might just want to keep rolling this forward and just take it to sort of a mercy rule, 5-round difference.
Like Europe.
Yeah.
So we're rolling out here. We're looking at Tino on camera right now, and Tino going to do it. Tino's my boy. I grabbed Tino from the airport, you know, and this is what you do at LAN. You meet people, and then you get to watch them do their best in TF2. Nice shots. Nick, add that to the frag vid. P-Rec bookmark that. Lots of nice shots so far. I mean, lots of great soldier skill. We haven't talked much about the soldiers, but certainly there's some standouts. You know, looking at Nick and looking at Senkostan. Senkostan's a multifaceted kind of dude, because I know he's a strong scout as well.
Okay. Yeah. It looks like they are going to get out with sort of uber advantage here, K-Blair and Tino the Demo Man. But they've really run out of time right now. I think they're just going to sort of do what they can, get some nice pushes going, maybe get a bit of momentum going into a lower bracket here. They're going to start the fight, but they're losing people again. Kace is going to go down early. Lots of pressure on the Demo. They're pressuring that scout, forcing him back as well. The soldier bombs are going to come in now. The Uber's going to be forced. Yeah, and Jay's going to get 1, but yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to get any more. He's going to go really deep with a shotgun, get the force off. He's going to try and get out of there, but a whole lot of pressure on him. Going to equalize away, just about get away with it. Tino's just sort of trapped in here right now. Yeah. He's doing the exact opposite of what Jay just did. Just getting in there, and now Jay's going to try and fight again. They're just trying to force away through the store right now, but they don't have a lot of health. They don't have the numbers, and now players are starting to come in from lower and up top, and it's just going to force them back. Downpour's getting a frag, and they're now sort of trapped on last, and I think Keywork going to come in just to
try
finish
push
it
this,
off.
I think.
Yeah, they just want to come and finish this now. Scouts him.
Oh, boy.
Free States. Oh, no, not a pause.
Little stutter.
Free States killed Spamfest. I think the rest of the team are about to come in. Cinco's going to jump in right now. Getting onto the medic. Down he goes. Nice damage on How as well. Downpour's in. Should finish the demo right now. Now How respawn's coming in, but they're still fighting. X3 trying to get the melee kill.
Pick.
Yeah, Downpour's been dancing around. That slice means they've got Uber, and this should be 6-1, and that should be game. Upper bracket continues for Keywork.
Just making it pretty, you know, at the end. Get that shiny cap.
Stretching it out.
So, yeah, absolutely. Getting the Mercy rule. It is Team Keywork pulling it off there in pretty impressive fashion. A good fight being put up by the other team, but, you know, 2014, a Kace Odyssey. Not able to deal with them. Having a quick look at the logs there, but...
Yeah, it looks pretty convincing on the logs as well. Like all of the Keywork guys, all the heavy classes up at the top, just top damage, pretty good KDs as well. Even though the scouts didn't have like as much damage, obviously their KD's really good and just much more frags, much more damage. I think they outdamaged the other team by 10k in the end. So I think really it was just a matter of time if they're dropping that much more damage and that many more frags before they were just overwhelmed. Keywork, much the stronger team in the end. Yeah,
pretty impressive. And so. You know, first kind of strong team we've seen in the bracket stage. Certainly, I mean, they made it this far anyhow. Not much else to say. I mean, certainly you can look at the brackets online. I'm sure that people are linking them in the Twitch chat. I can't see the Twitch chat, but, you know, it's there. The challenge brackets are up, and they'll be updated all through the afternoon. Not sure what match we have coming up next. I don't know. Waiting for word on that, but... I think while we wait for that, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back in a little bit.
Yeah, cool.
Stay tuned.